Hey everyone, and welcome to EntrepreNINES. I'm John Wist.
And I'm Bonni Mace. We're two enneagram 9s who took the big leap into the world of entrepreneurship at a similar time. And this podcast is a space where we are inviting you to laugh and learn with us as we work to build a business with soul. Today we're bringing something back, which it's never been on this podcast before, but it was on our previous podcast, and it was our favorite.
And sometimes our listeners' favorite.
Yeah, I think oftentimes actually they all really enjoy the struggle is real. So,
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
This is the episode where we share our struggles and some stuff we're really enjoying.
Yeah, because we know you struggle and we know you enjoy things. And so we're gonna throw some things out there and either, just be on the same boat with you in your struggling, or you can be on the same boat as us, I guess.
Or a bike, because we talked a lot about bikes.
Or bike. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Or our hope is that we can also, even though we recognize there's struggle, understand there's also joy.
Yeah.
And we can be enjoying things also together.
I mean, that is the human experience. Henry Nouwen would tell you that life in its fullness is both a cup of joy and a cup of sorrow. Swirled together, drinking till it's full. Drunk.
That would be the proper word, I think.
In the fullness of life. That was both deep and embarrassing.
But also, I'm super impressed that you actually you quoted that.
Oh, that was definitely not a direct quote.
Oh.
It was a paraphrase.
Well, you didn't have to say that.
Anyway.
I was going to be impressed. All right, Bonni. So let's just, let's get the bad news out of the way first. Struggles. Where is the struggle real right now?
Okay, so my very first struggle hopefully will be coming near to a close by the time this actually airs. Okay. But right now we're in the heart of the worst month, which is February.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I just need to give you a little. That's right. I was prepped for this.
Video evidence.
Yeah, just.
February is the worst month of the year, but it's an honest month. It's a month that doesn't...
There you go. And if you've been on the internet lately, you know that video.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And if you didn't see it, we'll link it in the show notes because it is a summary of how I feel about winter in February. And I reference it often right now because February funk is like real for me. Like just honestly.
Yeah.
I hate it. And it's just the short sunlight and the oppressive cold that Maryland brings.
The oppressive cold.
Which today is warm.
I was going to say it's literally 60 degrees.
But it's actually just a trick. It's like Maryland playing a practical joke.
Yeah.
Because it's also supposed to snow
this weekend. Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's funny. I think what's funny is like, you grew up where I would say there's oppressive heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd take it any day.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
No way. But I get it. Like the worst for me is it doesn't matter what month, honestly. If it's raining and cold, count me out.
Yeah. Yeah. See, because I'm from the deep South, the swamp.
Yeah.
And I am a swamp person. In February, my skin starts to dry out and everything is just like cracking and like I'm tired, but somehow also the sun is never up and I can't go outside and there's nothing to do. And then you just layer like the end of the stupid pandemic on top of it. And you can't go anywhere, can't do anything, can't even go in your own backyard because it's disgusting.
I will say
February funk.
So in the week that we're recording this, we've had some nice days.
Yeah.
And we've actually gone outside to like play, which has been fantastic.
Yeah.
February though is typically the month where it's like you're stuck.
Yeah.
You're just stuck.
But even right now when you go outside to play, like the grass is disgusting. Like you walk on the grass right now and you're like, what is this under my feet?
It's dead grass. Bonni.
It's dead grass. And it's depressing.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. But
anyway,
winter will come to an end.
Yes.
It will.
I actually have a sign right here. No matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow. And I hang that there to remind myself.
That's a good reminder.
In moments just like this one. Okay. Enough of my February funk struggle. John, what's the struggle?
So I am going to just do a super broad one.
Okay.
Because I think that this is something that's come up in counseling for me lately.
Okay.
And it is
We're about to get really real.
Yeah, well, kind of. It's just working from home. And here's the weird part about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've pretty much been working from home for like 2 years.
Like a long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
Right? The difference being
Mm-hmm.
that for half of that, at least,
Mm-hmm.
more than half of that,
Mm-hmm.
I also had somewhere else I needed to go most days.
Yeah, you did.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I could leave the house
Mm-hmm.
and also do work other places.
Mm-hmm.
That is no longer the case.
Every once in a while.
Every once.
For you,
And,
yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm working to build a rhythm
Okay.
to be out of the house
Mm-hmm.
for work every other week for one day.
Every other week.
Yes.
Oh,
Every other week for one day.
okay. Is
That's
that enough?
Well, it's the start.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like we're building up our,
Mm-hmm.
our muscle
Mhm.
to get out of the house kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
which like, I would say the other thing is like right now I don't have a lot of projects that need me to leave
Yeah.
either. Like I have a lot of stuff that I'm having to edit. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, also doesn't help that I'm now in a closet
Yeah.
for my office.
You got a serious downgrade. Our
I
listeners
did.
are not aware of this, is
Yeah.
that John lives in a very tiny house with several children.
3. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And then the third child, they creatively put her in a closet.
With her, for her crib.
It was very safe.
It was very safe.
I realized when I said that it sounds some kind of way.
Yeah, no, there was no door on the closet. She
Right.
could not, she's not yet one. So it's not like
It was
she
a
could
very
shut
safe,
herself in there or anything.
you know, like nursery sized closet.
Yeah.
However,
She would not sleep.
she's too close to mom.
Yeah, because she could smell her mother.
So they were not sleeping
Yes, correct. So we had to take some drastic measures.
and sacrifice the office.
Sacrifice the office and make it back into, which it was a bedroom. So we just turned it back into a bedroom.
Yeah.
But it it meant that I am now in the office, which
Closet office.
there's, cloffices are a thing.
Mhm.
Like those are things.
Right.
But if you search the internet for cloffice and
It's not like yours, John.
some creative ideas for decorating or making your cloffice feel awesome,
Mm-hmm.
no one's stuck in a cloffice without a window or completely closed off from the rest of the world like I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Or still with their clothes in it.
Yeah.
Like
well,
most cloffices are completely taken over into
True.
an office.
I did find some
Oh, okay.
that still have clothes in them.
Okay.
But they're like a bedroom size.
Mhm.
And we don't have that. And there's
No.
a window. And it's
No.
like, we don't have that at our
No.
house. So
No.
it is
Rocking the cloffice.
We're working on it. I've got some ideas. I found this. Okay.
You got a light switch plate.
I got Yes, I did finish part of the project that I was supposed to finish a while ago to actually finish the cloffice.
Yay.
But okay, so I'm going to jump to something I love real quick because I totally forgot about it.
Okay.
But it has to do with this, and so I'm
Okay,
going to throw it
cloffice.
in, and then we'll just act like I didn't do it, and we'll go back to structure.
Okay. Okay.
I'm thinking about getting moss wall art.
Oh, like real moss?
Yeah,
Oh.
because I found this place called Moss Fusion. Not sponsored. No sponsorship here.
But Moss Fusion, if you're listening.
If you want to give me moss wall art, I'll take it. It's actually not super expensive, and that's why I'm thinking about it. But it's cool because you can get different. So you know how like your hexagonal shelf.
My shelf. I
over
have a
here?
new shelf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you could get it like that, but then you can get like all different shapes. You can get different colors.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's real moss.
I feel like
It's-
it would be good for sound too.
yeah, kind of. And
Mhm.
so I wanted a little green,
Mm-hmm.
a little more wood,
Mm-hmm.
and something that would absorb some sound other than the clothes. in the
And
closet.
probably carbon dioxide while it's at it.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
like moss is a real thing.
Yeah.
My question,
Yes.
what's
sorry.
it called again? Moss what?
Moss Fusion.
Moss Fusion is, will it smell in an enclosed space after a while?
So no, I don't think so. So here's what I'm picking up. I haven't done enough research.
Oh, okay.
What I'm picking up, it doesn't need watered.
Oh.
So I think what it is
No
it's real
melting.
moss, but it's like, they're like preserved moss or
mhm.
something. So it's not super dry, but it's like, I don't know.
Not mildewy smelling.
Not mildewy. Yes. Cause that would also be terrible for a, whatever,
Cloffice.
however big that space is, 7x5 space.
Yeah, you would not
It's a
be able to work in there.
postage
And
stamp.
your clothes would smell weird.
Yes. Also a good thought. Haven't thought about these, Bonnie. This is why I bring it up here.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
EntrepreNINES solving problems.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway.
Back to the struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
Yeah, working from home.
Working from home is hard. Okay, here's my next struggle, which is very entrepreneurial. All of these so far are.
Sure, yeah.
If you're a modern entrepreneur. Here's the one I hate most right now. Social media algorithms.
Okay.
I hate them. And I have worked in social media advertising for like a really long time at this point. And I hate them. So I hit this slump. Like at the beginning of the year, all of a sudden my like reach on all of my posts just dropped off. And I have this theory that Instagram, they're like, here, turn on branded content tools. Congratulations, you got branded content tools. And they just like put this pop-up in your face and make you feel like you need to click yes. And I'm a good 9 who doesn't want to disappoint people. So I didn't want to disappoint Instagram and I just hit yes. And then boom, my reach just like plummeted all of a sudden. And do you know how I got it back up?
How did you get it back up?
I did one of those stupid reels where you brush the text off the screen, and I make fun of those. Confession. If you've ever done one of these, I'm sorry, but I have laughed at you for doing it. And so I like polled my followers, and you actually voted against it in the poll, John. You and one other human being who cared about my dignity voted against this. I polled my followers. It's like, should I do one of these? Because like I had an idea to do it, and I was just going to be really cheeky and do it.
Yeah.
And so it was overwhelmingly like everyone wanted to see me be an idiot. My followers, except for John and Emily. Thank you to the 2 of you.
You're welcome.
And so I ended up posting this reel, and the stupid thing got 5,400 views in the first hour and a half.
Which is crazy, but it's awesome.
I only have 300 followers and got 5,400 views. So anyway, since then, my reach has been back up. It's been great, but moral of the story is the algorithm wants to see me a fool.
Yeah. See, okay, so I'm going to be completely honest here, and this just shows how little I know about social media, Bonni.
It's time to get on it.
I had no idea what you were talking about. So I was like, no, don't do that.
Don't do that. It sounds like a bad idea.
I don't know what that is, so don't do that.
But then did you see it?
I did see it.
It is dumb.
It's dumb.
I mean, I dropped some good knowledge in it.
Yeah.
But I was being super dumb.
Yeah. It was dumb.
I won't be doing it. I don't think I'll be doing it again. I said I would never do it before, but then when you say never,
then you do it.
Then you do it anyway. And then Instagram's like, great, you're so good at social media. We're gonna reward you.
You're so good because you did the thing everyone else.
Because you did the thing where you wiped away the text.
Oh man.
You're good at timing your captions.
Algorithms.
I hate algorithms.
Yeah. I don't have, like I said, I just don't have too much experience with it. Although
you're gonna hate it one day too.
Yeah. Although kids just every time I shared your picture of my daughter in a swing with some shades on.
Yeah.
And people are coming out of the woodwork to like be like, oh, she's cute.
You're so great. People love it when you procreate. I love it. They just do. And it's like borderline insulting. It's like, okay, all right, I'm getting very real, listeners. And so if this has been you, sorry, but this is also high. You work so hard to be a professional and have good things to say and be in your brain. But you know what? You just have to activate the most basic human visceral function and create life. And people are all over it.
I'm sorry. I am still playing back. People love it when you procreate in my head. And true. It may be one of the funniest things you've ever said when we podcasted together. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Yep. All right. Well, that's all our struggles for right now.
No, there's one more.
Oh.
And
what?
we share it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Did you share your second struggle?
No, this is the one we share.
Okay.
So
childcare tossing, speaking of procreating.
Yeah. The word of the day is
the only childcare in my family is the public school system right now.
Yes. Yes. We are just slightly different in the sense that we have public school and preschool, which is similar but different.
Yeah.
And then my parents come once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the public school system doesn't want babies.
Correct.
Or toddlers.
Yes, that is correct.
So my husband and I affectionately call this childcare tossing. at this point.
Which actually, Lauren and I did right before I came here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Childcare tossing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Give us the example since yours is most fresh.
Oh, sure. So like we both had dentist appointments today.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was at 9:30.
Okay.
I went to the dentist. Lauren watched our youngest, our 1-year-old at the house.
Mm-hmm.
I got home. She left, went to the dentist while I stayed with the baby.
Mm-hmm.
She picked us up some lunch. She brought it back. We had a very quick lunch together. I gave her the baby back. I came here to do podcast.
Childcare tossing in a nutshell.
Literally tossing your baby like a football.
That's a terrible image. But I did picture her in her pink bunting when you did that.
Yeah. That would be cute.
That would be cute.
Would be very
she
cute.
would pull it off.
Yeah, she would.
And she would yell because she's found her voice lately. So
She has.
Yeah, but it's a hard struggle, especially as someone currently building, because like at this point, our spouses are the bacon bringer homers.
Yes.
So if there has to be a default childcare provider, it is
us.
one of us.
Yeah.
For we are not consistent with the bacon.
Yeah, and you feel that more because Mark worked.
Oh, my bacon is much less consistent, yes, than yours even.
Oh, no. That wasn't my point.
Oh, okay.
My point was going to be that, like, your husband, Mark, he works 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Lauren works 2 to 3, depending, 2 to 3 days a week. So for us, it's different because there are often times where we're home together and she's not working.
Yeah.
And I can be working or not working. It just depends. Whereas often Mark is at home, but he's working.
Like way more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is more interesting because he will be in and out of meetings and it'll be like, are you available right now? Like this morning even.
Yeah.
He said he had a meeting at 8 and it was like 7:50. And I was like, oh, I was really hoping to take a shower. And he's like, oh yeah, that sucks. And I'm standing there like stirring the oatmeal. And then it's like 7:55. And he's like, well, actually my meeting's not till 8:10. And I was like, that was valuable information. 10 minutes ago, I could have already been into my shower.
There you go.
Still made it happen. But
that's funny.
It was just like that's kind of our dynamic of like never ending childcare flip-flopping. Anyway, the struggle's real. That
is. And I think if I can build on that just for one hot second.
Yeah.
It is something that our generation is having to deal with in a much different way than our parents' generation. And the only reason why I bring this up is because like my counselor has blown my mind with like just even cultural dynamics right now between like different generations and stuff. Like the issues we have with our parents.
We love you.
But like some of the like tension we feel sometimes with our parents is very much about the fact that like primarily we are raising children in a pandemic. Like no one that we know has done that.
That's true.
Because it was before their time.
1919.
Yeah, it was before their time that there would have been another one. Now they've been through other things, right? Other hard things.
Yeah.
But it's different, right?
Yeah.
It's still different.
This one is very culture shaping.
Yeah.
So.
And just to recognize that that's it's okay that's a different season that we're raising children in. It's okay for us to not handle things the same way.
Yep.
So
it's true. And we still love and appreciate how we were raised too.
Yeah,
anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
No, and it rarely is, people.
Right.
Anyway.
Anyways, sorry.
Okay, so that's the struggle is real.
Tangent.
It was a good tangent. But now stuff we love, because life, as we mentioned,
it's full of joy.
Yeah. It's a swirl of both. Joy and sorrow. Joy and struggle. Struggle and triumph. And I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so the triumphs. What do we love? You want to go first?
Sure. Yeah. So they will be over by the time this podcast comes out, but the Olympics.
Yeah.
Been loving the Olympics. I'm a Olympics junkie anyways, but like at heart. Part of that, like it got to be more when I worked for NBC.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because I got to like be a part of it every 2 years.
Yeah, because
So that's kind of fun. And so I really like it. I am enjoying it. I don't care who wins. I just like watching.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so our Olympic game has definitely gone up because
Yeah.
we did a month of Peacock Premium.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be hard to ever go back because now you can just pick what you want to watch too. So if there's something like you don't care about that's on right then, you can just go and pick like what it is that you want to watch. And our children have figured this out too. And so that's been great. Ironically, Caleb has chosen curling.
Which is awesome.
Often. And Mark and I have decided that it makes sense that Caleb would actually be good. And he has actually talked some serious crap. Like he's going to be the best curler. And when he throws his stone, it's never going to miss. And when that team, and he was referring to the men's US team, when that team goes home, they're going to come back and watch his team dominate.
Dang.
Yeah. This is the trash talk.
So much shade.
Coming from my 5-year-old about his future curling career.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then Isaac he's almost 18 months old.
Yeah.
He can't say words, many of them yet. He brings me the remote and he starts spinning in a little circle with his arms out because he wants to watch figure skating.
Which is adorable.
Very cute. So we also love the Olympics.
Yeah. I would say my kids, so Elliot obviously is all about anything snowboarding, freestyle skiing, all of that kind of thing.
Hockey? Is he watching that?
Yeah.
No.
But hockey's tough because what I was explaining to him the other night is like, because he's often getting to watch just a little bit like before bed to like catch up.
Yeah.
And I was like, hockey games are long.
Yeah.
Like we can watch highlights of hockey games. Like you're going to get to watch this live right now. And I think that's probably a better way to spend your time. And he's like, okay. And so, but yes, he does want to know hockey scores.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evelyn is definitely show me the man and the lady skating together.
Pairs skating.
Pairs.
Yeah.
Ice dancing, anything like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's good.
Definitely jives.
Yeah.
With personality.
We're also excited about skeleton in our household because I'm hyping it up a little bit.
Nice.
As the most dangerous sport that there is.
I mean, it is going down a sheet of ice face first.
Those people that do skeleton, they 100% all have to be enneagram 8s. That's my theory.
That's a good theory. I like that theory.
Because 8s live for intensity.
Yeah. I think Lauren and I were talking about this the other night though. It and bobsled are the two that I would actually do. Luge.
Skeleton?
Yes.
You wouldn't do luge.
I would not do luge.
But you would do skeleton.
Well, think about luge, right? Luge, you're on your back. You can't really see where you're going. And like you're steering with your feet, I think. Yeah. And so it's like,
I'm not sure.
I don't know. That to me sounds scarier.
But then if you crash, you break your legs or you sever your spinal cord. Like which one do you prefer? Because skeletons for sure you sever your spinal cord, right? If you crash, that's it.
I don't know.
You're donezo.
Yeah. I don't know. We're turning something we enjoyed into something that's not great.
We're debating. So you tell us, luge or skeleton. Which one would you want to do?
Yeah.
I don't know where you tell us. I'm sure we'll advertise this podcast and just go back to that post and tell us luge or skeleton, which one you want to do.
Yeah. I'm team skeleton. Anyways, go ahead.
Love. Okay. So another thing that I love is right now we're doing this as a family, as Toby referred to herself.
Yeah.
Which is Sabbath. We're doing like real life, like stop and don't. So as John and I were former ministry people.
Yes.
Like the church habit and Sunday habit was no longer restful. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It was definitely no longer input, which is part of like, that signing on to ministry. There's nothing wrong with that. Like if you're a ministry person, you anticipate that. However,
you find your stop other places.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yes. I was not doing well at that.
Sure. I mean, I'm sure
personally.
Yeah.
And so having like, and I don't think I've ever done it in a function of like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like prepare to not work kind of Sabbath. So that's what we've been doing. And we're burning a pillar candle.
Yeah.
And like watching it slowly melt away to show us like, here's the time that you're just like stopping and delighting. That's part of Sabbath is like enjoying your life and what God has given you. Yeah. And it's been really replenishing, at least in our family.
Yeah. I think it's been really good. I think we, it's one of those things where like Lauren and I were talking about this the other day. Like, you have to, or I guess we want to be like very boundaried about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like protect it and protect the time and make sure that we actually are resting and that we're enjoying and all those things. And at the same time, not overdo it and not be militant about it or like fundamental about it.
Like Pharisees, if you will.
Yeah. In the sense of like, I think both of us like after last week, we're like, we just have to do the dishes on Sunday night. Like, we can't keep waking up Monday morning and being like, oh my gosh, there's just a pile of dishes waiting for me. So like, okay, like after the kids go to bed, we do the dishes before we get to Monday so that we feel better prepared Monday morning. Yeah. And so like, just kind of like having that be okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like, we've been aiming for like, we did say like 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. Saturday to 6 p.m. Sunday.
Yeah.
However, I think what we're settling on is like 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. So bedtime. Bedtime. Because it's been really hard to like be done on Saturday with everything we need for Sunday before that.
Yeah. Because we're like cooking ahead of time and like we're cooking meals ahead of time, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then it is funny though, I will say, when our Sabbath ends on Sunday with Mark and we like blow out the candle, like he's all energized and it's almost like release the greyhounds, because he's like buzzing around like doing dishes or like getting a load of towels in. Mark does most of the recurring household chores. Like, I'm the one that vacuums and does like the things that you don't like, that you need to do on a less often rotation.
In our house, we call it special projects.
Yeah. I mean, is vacuuming probably shouldn't be called special project.
Unfortunately, it is in our house. But yes, it shouldn't be called that.
I have a dog, but it is a special project.
Right.
Anyway, but Mark like snaps too. He's like...
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's done. Yeah,
and after 8, often I'm still just like a pile of mush on the couch.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute. I appreciate him.
Yeah. Sabbath is great. Sabbath's great.
Okay. What do you have on?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Reading books at night. So I guess reading books in general has like kind of taken a big leap in 2020 for me. 2022.
It's 2022.
Oh my God. 2022.
John just got stuck
so
in
far
land
back.
Before time.
So far back. 2022, reading books in general has been like a big thing for me. Realizing, and this came from a Sabbath conversation.
Rule of life making.
Yep. Which was I needed to return to some habit, and Lauren and I together kind of determined this too, like habits of not doing TV at night or going to bed like with screens and things. And so we're like, books, great books. And I realized I had not read a fiction book in like 5 years.
Same. Oh, it definitely been longer.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. It was at least 5. It may have been longer.
Oh, maybe about the same for me. Sorry.
Yeah. So I started reading fiction and just burning through them, man. Like just really loving it. So yeah. So I'm staying up too late now reading books, which Mark and I have talked about and really kind of, you know.
Yeah. The story I have to tell about that is like 2 nights ago or 2 mornings ago, Mark admitted that for the 2 nights before that, he had woken up at 3:30 in the morning with his Kindle on his chest and his glasses still on because he's been falling asleep.
Yeah.
Because like you, we were watching the Olympics and then he was going
and
to
then
bed.
reading. Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah. Which I have found out because our youngest has stopped sleeping through the night again.
Oh dear.
But I'm finding out that I'm missing her wake up in the middle of the night because I think I'm staying up too late to read. And I'm just completely dead to the world at that point.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I can imagine that goes well in your home.
I'm not getting too much for it right now, but it was a mention of like, I think you missed it. It's like, yes, I think I did.
This is the graceful notification right now.
Yeah.
Okay. The final stuff we love that is shared.
Yes.
Black market bakers.
Yes.
If you're not in this part of Maryland, actually, if you're in Maryland, you're close enough to drive because Maryland's a small state. Like if we were in Texas, it'd be like, well, it might not worth being 10 hours. But Maryland, you're close enough. It's worth the 4 hours max that you would have to drive to get to it.
I would totally agree.
Yeah. Black Market Bakers. I've actually never been to the physical location.
That's hilarious.
So John, you're going to have to fill us in on that part.
Yeah. So it is a food truck, although they are getting a physical location.
Yay.
In Edgewater. So the physical location is in Edgewater. The food truck is like,
it's Annapolis.
Yeah. It's near Annapolis Town Center, Harbor Center, whatever that is called. And it's in the Chevy's parking lot.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's only Saturday and Sunday mornings from like 7 to 11, I think. And we started, so they opened up like during the pandemic. And we started going a little more than a year ago. Yeah. For the first time, I think.
I mean, I think it was a Lauren find because of the...
Yeah, because they're the Facebook group. And it's a food truck, and if you don't time it right, it's usually a pretty long wait. So that's the in-person experience.
That's the in-person experience, but it's worth the long wait because whatever you get there is absolutely delicious.
Delicious, yeah.
And we go and spend way too much money. So like I said, I've never been, and here's why, because Mark and John will go like super early and I'm not functional enough to be trusted behind the wheel of a car at this point. But then the bad part of it is that Mark and John will go with a list of things they are supposed to get.
Yeah, that people want.
And then they egg each other on and get much more than we need or agreed to.
So I do think probably
now he's going to defend himself.
No. I think the biggest problem with sending the two of us is Lauren.
Self-control.
Lauren likes baked goods, but out of the four of us,
you and Mark are the worst. Yeah,
we're the worst offenders when it comes to baked goods.
Yeah.
So
because you love all of them,
right? So literally sending us to a bakery,
right,
to buy a select handful of things is just not physically possible.
Here's how they get you, because they have a few like staple items that are so good that you can never skip them, like their breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then we make the excuse like, well, there's eggs on it, so it's the only healthy thing we're gonna have.
Right.
And so you always have to get some of those, but then you never know when something is ever going to be on their menu again, because they rotate their specialties
every week.
Yeah. And they're so good. So like, just for instance, they're buns.
Yes. Yeah, they're buns.
So they're like giant, cinnamon roll buns, but they're not always cinnamon.
No.
There's been a cosmic brownie bun that was fantastic.
Very, very good.
But then there was a brown butter
vanilla
bun that was also fantastic.
Yep.
And then I'm trying to think, there was another one that we all
there's
really
always
enjoyed.
There's always
strawberry.
Yep. There's always a cruffin. There's always it's
filled with pastry cream and delicious.
And then there's
and beautiful.
Yeah, and then there's always typically like a pastry cream filled croissant.
Right.
Which there's a mudslide one. That one.
Oh my gosh, the mudslide one was so good. And then there was like a caramel mocha or like a caramel macchiato.
Yeah.
Croissant that was really good.
Yep.
Anyway.
And then there's just regular Danishes. And I mean, there's so many things.
So good.
So we spend lots of money
Scones, do you know scones are usually like eating sand cakes that are put together? They're often like that. Not at Black Market Bakers.
No.
They're so good.
Oh, that one. Was it lime? There was some lime.
Yeah.
Right? That was so good.
Oh my gosh. It was surprising because we didn't think the lime was going to be the star, and now we can't even remember the other ingredient.
Right. Yeah.
Because it was that good.
It was that good.
Okay, anyway, so Black Market Bakers, their pastries are delicious.
So good.
Giant.
Yeah.
And beautiful to look at.
Expensive.
And if you live... they don't have to, guys. They don't have to be expensive. You don't have to go and drop $100. I am joking now that when Mark and John walk up, because they're recognizable visually. My husband is recognizable because he's tall and redheaded.
Yes. And it's always the same person at the checkout.
Yeah.
And the last time we went together, she said, I wanted to say your name was Mark. After seeing like his cart run.
Because I think that you guys are probably legends by now. Like they probably see you guys in line and they're like, here they come. They're going to come drop $100 and get all of the baked goods.
They're going to pay for all our ingredients for the next week.
Get the big bags out. They're here. And
so true though.
Anyway, so Black Market Bakers, if you're listening, We appreciate
We
you.
really appreciate you. Yeah.
I don't know that my waistline does, but I really do.
But if you want to come on the show and talk about being entrepreneurs, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, back market bakers. That's a thing we're really loving.
Yeah.
Anyway, this has been The Struggle is Real and Stuff We Love.
We love.
Yeah.
It's been great. I am glad we did this. I feel like this reminded me.
This is
of
very
why
who
this
we
was, Yeah. This is why this is so good for us. And our this is good for our souls, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, this is part of the soul, right? Like
Yeah.
we can pretend like the rest of the internet influencers who entrepreneur that we are.
I like how you say that. I like how you say that word though, by the way. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's probably wrong, right?
Entrepreneur.
That we have everything all together and we're very like, we've got this down and we have a very clear message, blah, blah, blah. I mean, those things are true, but also we really like baked goods and the Olympics.
Period. The end. Yeah.
And we hate the algorithms.
Down with the algorithms.
Anyway.
You know what don't have algorithms? I don't think. Is podcasts. Do they?
I don't know. I mean, surely there's some way.
I guess like
that
somehow they create top 10s. And
yeah,
things,
yeah,
so.
yeah. But that just seems like straight up stats.
Right.
Okay, someone who knows about podcasts can come on our podcast and teach that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well.
Okay, EntrepreNINES, you've been introduced to The Struggle is Real and Stuff We Love. Thank you.
Love you.
We do, but he was so genuine with the way that he said that right now. It was heartwarming. You can find us on the internet. John is always at unitecreative.co.
That's me.
And I'm at empatheticenneagram.com. And all of our socials are there on those websites. So say hi and tell us what your struggles are and the stuff that you love. And if you have a bakery that compares in your state.
That's a good idea.
And you know what we'll say? It doesn't look as good.
You know what though would be awesome is if we could create a list of places that we could go visit.
That had good bakeries.
That had good bakeries.
Or if you want to mail us some. Like I will open up a
Oh.
P.O. box for you to send us baked goods. And we'll tell you if they're as good as Black Market Baker.
Yeah. That is a great segment idea.
Okay.
All right. Well,
so if you're in, just
figure
let
it
us know.
out. Yeah.
We'll be ready for you.
On that note, thank you all so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe
And review.
And review us. Yeah, we love it. And we will see you next time.
Bye.